Hi, I'm Busker James. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about Canadian banks, and I might add a little bit about phone companies such as Rogers, Telus, etc. Um, I have issues. I belong to a group called Boycott RBC because it's my understanding that the RBC is outsourcing workers through a program called igate. I don't know a whole lot about it except for what I'm reading and what the Facebook pages are saying. As far as I'm concerned, I think the majority of what they're putting on their Facebook page is probably correct. One of the things I read today is about the CEOs of all these banks. The National Bank of Canada CEO Louis Vachon makes $7.5 million per year. CIBC, which is Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce, Jerry McCowie makes $9.5 million a year. Bank of Montreal, BMO, Bill Downey, he makes $9.9 million a year. Royal Bank of Canada, RBC, Gordon Nixon, he makes $10.1 million per year. According to the Boycott RBC page on Facebook, this RBC Gordon Nixon, the CEO, is making he makes $34,000 per day of your money if you have an account there. Scotiabank, the CEO of Scotiabank, Rick Waugh, makes $10.6 million a year. Toronto Dominion, TD Bank, Ed Clark, makes $11.3 million per year. This is according to the Huffington Post, and I have that story put up on my Facebook page. Now, who anywhere is worth $10.6 million? Hello? Scotiabank, that's who I deal with. Rick Waugh, $10.6 million a year. That's outrageous and totally unacceptable. I don't care if this guy went to school for 50 years, he's still not worth $10.6 million. But I deal with Scotiabank, and I've been with them for approximately 18 years. And let me tell you, it doesn't matter if it's Scotiabank, TD, RBC, CIBC, BMO. It doesn't matter who they are. They don't give a shit about how long you've been with them. It doesn't matter if you've been with them for 50 years, 70 years, or you just joined them yesterday. The only thing they're interested in is your money and how much they can get out of you and how much you can put into their bank so that they can use it to pay their CEOs in the millions. That's all banks are about. They don't give a shit about you. You know, you go to a bank that you've been with for 18 years, such as I did, and apply for mortgages or credit cards and things like that. And the first thing they do is they check your credit rating, which is done through Equifax or something like that. And if they don't like what they see on your Equifax page, then you don't get nothing. So technically, you've got to have excellent credit in order to get a credit card or mortgage or anything like that. I personally don't give a shit because I'm a disability client. I have been since 2002, and I get enough money to live on through my pensions, and I can sit here for the next 10 years or however I'm going to live and do videos and monitor stuff like this while they hold my money. I'd rather take all my money out of the bank as soon as it gets in there and stick it under my mattress, because it's probably a better place for it, and it'd be better off and wouldn't have to deal with assholes behind the counter like I did last week at my bank. Then I had to go and put in a complaint to the top brass at the Scotia Bank, and he was trying to put the onus back onto me because of the issue, when it was actually the guy behind the counter that could barely even speak a word of English that was a problem. Not, I wasn't the problem. Then this guy at the Scotia Bank at the head office has the nerve to start putting on little blogs onto my online banking about what the issue was. As it was about cashing an Alberta Government check. The Alberta Government, to the best of my knowledge, is not broke, and I don't think they ever will be. I think Alberta is one of the richest provinces in Canada, and they will never go broke, but they wouldn't cash a check from the Alberta Government. It's bloody ridiculous. What's their issue? If you want to be in Alberta and have your business in Alberta, then cash Alberta checks. Don't hold them for 5 days. I've been with Scotiabank for 18 years, and they don't give a damn about me. All they're interested in how much money I'm going to put into their bank so that they can collect interest on it, or they can play around with it, or do whatever they like. But they won't be doing that anymore, because when my pension checks come into the bank at the beginning of the month, they'll come out just as fast as they went in, and I'll only leave bank fees in there, and that's it. Enough just so that they can collect the money from the government, and I'll go and take it out. But banks are pissing me off. They're all the same. There's, RBC is in serious trouble from my observations, just viewing the RBC page, the Royal Bank of Canada page on Facebook. The things that are happening on there, and the boycott RBC, the Facebook page. RBC is in serious trouble, and if you watch the news, you know as well as I do what the issue is. They try to go on there and make apologies and say what they're going to do to correct this, and it really is not related to what the issue is in the beginning. It's the outsourcing of the workers through igate. So, but let me go back to my particular bank, which is Scotia Bank and Equifax. See, I think the majority of Canadians who own cell phones, which I do, the company I'm with now is very good. It's Virgin Mobile. They don't harass me, don't bother me, nothing. But I've had issues where I've dealt with cell phone companies where they haven't given me the service that they promised to provide when I joined up with them. I've left them after going to their kiosk many times and asking for help about a problem I'm having, and just a short time after I joined with them. And Rogers is the worst. I went and I got a phone from them, and it was nothing but a bunch of garbage, and went back to get help with it over and over again. They wouldn't give me any help. The next thing I know, Rogers Communications cell phone put a bill into Equifax for $4,500 that I owe them for 3 weeks of having a cell phone. And I don't even know a whole lot about cell phones except for hello, goodbye. I know a little bit about texting. I would never use $4,500 worth of cell phone service in my life now, or my next one either. So, but Equifax takes on this, they take on this issue about cell phones, and believe what Rogers tells them. You don't have any way of disputing it whatsoever. that's what makes Rogers so big, you know. They rip off people just like the banks do. There's not just Rogers, there's TELUS as well. I get a 1866 number calling me every day saying that I owe TELUS money. I haven't had any dealings with TELUS for over 10 years, so what are they talking about, you know? Oh, it's an Equifax and all. I don't give a rat's ass. And for them to phone me from an 866 number is one of the stupidest things they can do, because they can be doing it for the next 20 years. I don't care. They will never intimidate me on the other end of the phone. And then they get this voice thing phoning me saying, stay tuned for some kind of thing on the other end of the phone where they're going to blab. I don't even let them get a chance. I'll decide what's happening on the other end of the phone number that they're calling, not them. So, you know, they're wasting their time. And if they want to go put it into Equifax, I could care less. I don't think that Equifax should believe everything that these guys tell them, because probably about 50% of what they get told is a bunch of nonsense and garbage. And Equifax, you're not able to dispute. What they're saying is, go pay them off. Bullshit. I'm not doing that. If they think that they have something against me, TELUS or Rogers, then take me to court. Even if they did, they would still never get nothing. I'm on disability, and they can't touch my pension. You know, if they don't know how to be reasonable when they talk to you. They just say, you owe this money, and that's the end of the story. Bullshit. So anyways, that's my video, I think, for today. But I want everybody to know that don't ever trust your bank. I know guys that have been with RBC for 50 years, 50 years, and they get treated the same way today as they did the first day they started. They don't get any extras, like, you know, they don't get any special treatment. The banks have their policies, and that's what they stick by, regardless if you've been there, if you joined their bank yesterday, or if you've been there for 50 years, or if you've been there for 18 years like I have. And it doesn't make any sense for me to pull my money out of a bank that I've been with 18 years and go to another one that does exactly the same thing. You know, just watch what you're doing with the banks, because they're all total rip-offs as far as I'm concerned. Canadian banks and the phone companies. Watch them, because if they don't get you now, they'll get you later. You know, they'll invent something that you owe them, and then all of a sudden it puts you in a financial bind. And but as far as I'm concerned, I get enough money to live on every month. I really don't care. But if they're going to irritate me, I'm going to irritate them right back again. I'm Busker James. Thanks for watching my channel. And I'm going to have a few more videos coming up. I want to talk about Scottish freedom and stuff like that. So that'll be my next video. I was born in Scotland, and I'm monitoring and doing a little bit of research about Scottish freedom and how this Scottish independence is going to play out in the next year or so before the vote. I'm Busker James. Thanks for watching my channel.